Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. It's Saturday. We're going to do an Armsday preview video where I take all the Armsday Foundry orders for the week, or at least versions that I have. Take them into combat, shoot them, talk about them, and tell you which ones I think are good, which ones I think you should pick up, and where I think they're useful. So, I always start this video out by telling you this is the last day to buy these guns. If you don't pick up these Foundry orders by the end of the day today, when Xur leaves, you're not going to be able to grab them. So, that being said, let's get right into it. So, we're using the current PDX-41 with no talents unlocked. Shooting some enemies. You did not just throw that at me. He did not just throw that at me. The PDX-41 is a mid-impact, mid-rate of fire pulse rifle from Suros that I really enjoy. I haven't used this one as much recently as I have in the past, but at one point this was the gun that I used all the time. So let's take a look at my PDX-41 and then we will talk about it. So the PDX-41, like I said, is a mid-impact, mid-rate of fire pulse rifle. The one I have is unupgraded, but it's got the 28 sight and the 41 with hammer forged feather mag, head seeker, snapshot, and small bore. Now let's get rid of this splicer captain that's bothering me. And we'll talk about it a little bit more. What I like to do in my Armsday preview videos is feature a specific gun, and this week's feature will be the DIS-43. So we'll look at that one at the end, go into a little bit more detail with that one. But next up, let's talk about a special weapon, and this is a very special weapon to me. It's the Thesan FR4 fusion rifle. Another very good opportunity to get a very good gun this week. So this is the one I have and I've had for a long time, and it is very good. The Thesan FR4 fusion rifle is a high impact, low charge rate fusion. It's not the lowest charge rate, but it's pretty low and it's pretty high on the impact scale. It's got Army of One, quick draw, hand laid stock, and rangefinder with Eye of the Storm. So it's got that max stability with the good range and a little extra Army of One on top of that. So let's go find some enemies and we'll shoot them. My button to summon my sparrow was not doing anything. So let's go find some enemies to shoot with the Thesan, have some fun doing it, and continue down the road. Now the reason I like the Thesan is because it's got the I've gotten used to the charge rate. It's a little bit slower, but like I said, if you use a fusion rifle specifically to get good with it, you'll use it for a while and you'll get used to the charge rate. So I finally did get used to the Thesan's charge rate, and I've been able to use it pretty effectively in PvP. I don't use it too much in PvE. I don't use fusion rifles in PvE too much, but this one's very strong. You see it has that great stability. It fires just straight up and down, and it keeps the bolts real tight because of that hand-laid stock. It does lose a little bit of range, but the rangefinder makes up for it. And you can take some people out from some distance in PvP with this. So I really have used this gun a lot and enjoy it. And I recommend picking this one up. This might be my top choice for the week, but let's take a look at another gun. So another one for this week is the Lyudmila-D. Now this is the high impact, low rate of fire pulse rifle from Hakke, and I actually recommend this one a lot because I really like it. Get one with a lot of stability. I think mine has hand laid stock and glass half full. Take a look at the talents in just a second. And you'll have a very effective 2-burst kill in PvP if you get the right talent set. If you get head seeker on it, definitely 2-burst kill. You hit one to the body and the rest to the head. So I've got glass half full, counterbalance, and hand laid stock on mine. And I switch between these two scopes. Sometimes I use the post, sometimes I use the range. In PvE, I definitely use the range. This is a gun I can use in PvE and PvP and be perfectly fine either way. And it's actually a pretty long range weapon. This is a gun you don't want to be fighting up close for and with. So if you're in PvP, you're going to have to play a little bit back. Use this in conjunction with maybe a quick charge fusion rifle in case somebody approaches you, or a shotgun. This is the gun you'll use to play back. Don't play too far forward with it. Hello. Would you like to get shot in the face? So this is probably the preferred distance for this gun to fight at. So you're going to want to stay back, have some fun, and play off the target. I've got to get rid of this brood mother. Where'd you go? Alright, we're just going to fusion you to death. Oh dear. There we go. Wanted that splicer key. So that's the Lyudmila-D. I really like this gun. This is one of those guns that's not the meta. It's not the best, but it's a gun that I've kept for a long time, and I still really like it. What is that? Is that a blue? I bet that's a blue. Yeah, it's a blue. It looked like a legendary. Well, let's move along to the next Armsday weapon Foundry order, the JLB-42 rocket launcher. Now mine actually has tracking on it. We're gonna compare this to the 47 in just a second because I want to show you how similar they are, but what the differences actually are. So my JLB-42 has tracking, like I said. I think it has javelin and increased blast radius. What is it? Heavy payload. I don't have a grenades and horseshoes version of this one because I have a JLB-47 with grenades and horseshoe. So this one with heavy payload and javelin, and my JLB-47 with single point sling and javelin, they're very similar. But if you take a look at them compared to each other, you'll see that the 42 has more blast radius but less velocity because I have heavy payload. So I think these two are very good in opposite ways. The 47 is good in PvP. The 42 is good in PvE. I like it with tracking. Try cluster bombs. You might be surprised. I don't know. I haven't used any cluster bombs yet, but supposedly they're pretty good. So this one with tracking, I like it because it has more blast radius but slower velocity. With tracking on a rocket launcher, I want a little bit slower velocity so it has time to track the target and make corrections. The super fast one is going to get there super quick, but if the target gets a little bit out of the way, it's going to miss. So it's an interesting situation, but that's what I actually prefer on the rocket launchers. We'll kill a couple more things, pop a synth, have some fun before we move along. Who's shooting me? You there? So, I haven't used a rocket launcher with tracking in very recently. I've been using grenades and horseshoes, but since the 2.4 patch that they changed, grenades and horseshoes made it a little bit less effective. Tracking may be the way to go in PvP or PvE. I always like tracking, and it's always been useful in PvE. And I don't know, maybe in the raid you might want to use it. So, see, you see it missed because the velocity was too high. It's missing it because it's going around him because he's dodging a little bit, and it's too fast. It doesn't correct quick enough. So, a good rocket launcher, maybe not the best, but there you go. So we've looked at the Lyudmila, we've looked at the Thesan, we've looked at the JLB-42, and we have looked at the PDX-41. Now let's do the feature of the week, the DIS-43 scout rifle. So this is the Suros scout rifle. This is a medium to high impact, medium to low rate of fire scout. Mine is unupgraded, so this is how it will naturally perform. I don't recommend luck in the chamber. It's cool if you can get a mag reducing talent. Such a small bore. I would prefer, I don't think you can get brace frame on these, but something to reduce the mag size would be nice. That way luck in the chamber procs more often because it's not a fast firing scout rifle. It's pretty quick, but it's not the fastest. You can hear me clicking the trigger. But good scout rifle. I just don't know why, but I don't prefer the Suros scout rifles. I just don't like the sound of them. I don't even understand it, but I really just don't know. But this is a gun you can use in PvE or PvP depending on your preferences. If you're good with scout rifles in PvP, you can definitely use this one. I don't use it too much because I've never gotten one that had really good talents. One that I actually preferred, but I see a lot of people using this in PvP, and I know a lot of people use it in PvE with the right rolls. So I can definitely say I've seen it around a lot. It's one of those guns that's just never quite struck me, but it doesn't mean it's not good. The fire rate is good, the look of it is cool, and it's definitely a solid gun. What are you doing? I'm gonna take this priest out. Where did you come from? I think this is probably the bounty. Yeah, it's the bounty that I picked up. You dead. So there you go, guys. That has been the Armsday for this week. What do you guys think? Which guns are you picking up? As far as recommendations, I say get the Thesan first, then the DIS-43. 43 is very good. I just have never really used it as my primary in a situation that was interesting, or a situation that was challenging. I've always just kind of had it and never used it because I never felt like I got the right roll on it. So everybody get your roll on this week. Let me know which 43 you have and which one you like and what do you think I should wait and get on it. So I look forward to your comments. The DIS-43 Foundry order for the week is my number 2. I definitely recommend getting the Thesan first. I like the Thesan. Ooh, we're gonna mix it up right now. Have some fun shooting some things. So guys, once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And until then, I'm Death from Above, and I will see you later. See you, bye.